Hey everyone, Jay here.
Sean here.
And today we've got a Disney Plus review for you. It's a Disney nature documentary called Elephant. So Sean, how do you feel about Elephant?
I was quite attached to the elephants at the end. It was a good journey. They do a lot of walking.
They do a lot of walking. Yeah.
They travel really far and then back again. Not to spoil it. Things happen along the way.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about like Disney nature documentaries. Like, we're not here to make any scientific discoveries. They are going to reach out to the kids. They are talking a little bit to the kids. They are making this engaging. Now, of course, the level of their photography is wonderful. They really do send a very dedicated crew out there who get some absolutely amazing shots. But then the Disney creative team takes that and they mold a narrative out of it. A narrative that perhaps doesn't quite exist, but it does make it, you get attached because there are characters. And you know, I think in a lot of ways, the elephants kind of live up to that.
They do. It feels legitimate. It feels almost scripted. Not quite.
Yes, the elephants were excellent.
They were.
Yeah. I mean, they say not to work with animals, but these ones were pretty professional.
Don't work with the lions, though.
Well, yeah. But yeah, basically, we follow just a small group of elephants who are mostly all related to each other, and they all look up to a matriarch, and it's her job to lead them, basically, as Sean said, on a year-long, somewhat circuitous route, basically always in the search for water. You know, there's a big flood that comes and makes things very plentiful and easy for them, and then there's a very long dry season that makes it very difficult, and it is perilous. There are predators. I mean, an elephant is a tough animal to bring down, but if you're hungry enough, you're going to give it a shot. And there are definitely some little guys, little elephants, little babies in the troop. One of them we get to know rather well. He is the playful son of the sort of second in command, the matriarch's sister, the one who is training on this journey to perhaps take her sister's place one day. And yeah, she is a 40-year-old beautiful gray lady who has just had a baby. Good for you. Your figure was excellent. Yeah, so we kind of get to see a year's worth of their life, just trekking to all of these places, which, again, kudos to the camera crew who really do a great job of tracking them. We really get to see a lot in their life. And yeah, so I think it does speak well to children. I think it's easy to feel engaged and to care about these animals. And it's certainly, you know, high quality enough for kids to be learning about elephants and seeing how they live.
It is, and I think the quality of the nature shots in general are nice, that it will draw you into this world that we don't see and that we may not be able to see for a lot longer. Yes, I mean, that is kind of one of the sad things, is they keep reminding us that this is one of the last sort of generations of elephants that do have this roaming lifestyle. And really, when they give us the big aerial shots, oh my gosh, the big aerial shots, and you can see the elephants have taken these paths through so many generations, through millennia, really. Their ancestral paths are literally carved into the land. You can see it. And then you just see these big watering holes, you know, is the center of all these spider webs. That's right.
It's amazing how much they've affected their environment. You know, you really get the sense of the two things being together, because they rather euphemistically do let us know that, for example, palm trees grow best when they've passed through an elephant. I thought it was funny that they sort of treated that euphemistically, but they did have a fart joke early on. And in case you forgot, we did say this a few weeks ago. The Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, narrates this documentary. So they literally made a princess tell a fart joke in her first job since becoming a member of the royal family.
And maybe that's why things have gone so sideways.
Yes. And last, she will lose her title, as will Harry, at the end of this month of April 2020. They have given it up. I shouldn't say it's not been stripped from them. They have tried to give up that life, and good for them. And I think it was a nice foray. She does a good job, but she has one of those, like, sort of nondescript voices, almost. She sounds like every narration voice.
She does, yeah.
So I thought that was interesting.
It is interesting that, I mean, we had heard that, you had mentioned that. If you hadn't mentioned that, I never would have even thought, because it really could have been any voiceover actor.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a good job by her, and I hope we see more like this from her in the future. It's kind of an interesting, toe back in the water. A side note, you do not want to put a toe in the water that elephants have been in.
No.
They really, they really make a mess of things.
Yeah, they
Just
do.
between me and you.
You gotta be first.
Get there first. Yes. It was an important plot point that we have picked up, and we're going to file that away. God forbid we ever have to use it, but just in case. You never know. So you enjoyed it?
I did enjoy it.
I did enjoy it too. I like them all. Like, I've seen some in theaters, as you know, because I like a Disney nature doc. But it's certainly a little different experience than watching like a Planet Earth or something like that, where they're just more passive observers. Whereas this one, they're not driving it, they're not creating a story, but they're trying to find one in there.
Yeah, they're stitching it together.
Yes, and actually, like I've seen one with chimpanzees before, and elephants, it turns out, are pretty handy for that. Like, they do live in tribes. They're very friendly. They're very affectionate. So, because they do stay as that unit, and they do, they really do have strong family bonds. So it is rather easy to make a storyline there, because obviously they have been living this story for 40 years. And I was really moved at one point. They come across elephant bones, and they all stop and like assess the bones, touch them, feel them. They know this elephant somehow. Like, it really means something to them, and I don't know if they're really identifying it, but they really, it seems like they're paying tribute in some way. So it was a very interesting watch. I enjoyed it, and I think your kids will too, so give it a watch. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.
Bye.